I'm going to be doing a video that might not directly tie into Yugioh, but it should. So I wanted to discuss some of the struggles and things like that that we have had with working with Bushiroad, and the basic overall process that I get illustrated by Konami that pretty much is tied into the same thing. So, working with ARG and Bushiroad to basically expand out Konami Organized Play, or not Konami, Cardfight Vanguard Organized Play. And you're probably watching this and you're going, why do I want to watch this? I'm a Yu-Gi-Oh player. This will help you understand a little more of the in-depth process and things like that that overall is just needed in order to do organized play, and it's kind of ridiculous. So, first off, the community. Woo! So, no matter, golden rule number one of the fucking community, no matter what you will do, no one in the community, not all 100% will be satisfied. Not a single possibility to make 100% of your player base ever be happy. And I have seen this with the Vanguard and Yu-Gi-Oh communities in general. It's fucking hilarious. You can do what you can to make 70% of them feel happy, but you'll never get that 100%. It's just fucking impossible. You know, like I see Julia posting on fucking Zodiac, you know, she's doing it for the betterment and good of the community, and sometimes the community trolls the shit out of her right back. So, I mean, no matter what you do, not everyone will be happy. You just gotta understand that's the thing, alright? So, some of the struggles. I know Jim takes massive time out of his day. He's the owner of ARG. It takes at least 6 months to book a venue in advance, contract, general stuff like that. It's all fine and dandy, Most people have to understand the process is very timely. Now, the education of the players. This one is huge. Pretty much every Cardfight Vanguard event we've had, some sort of the player base has been uneducated in the regards of, the format, the way Bushiroad's done things, and the way that ARG is doing them. Most Bushiroad ran events for Cardfight Vanguard are 1 out of 1. It's fucking disgusting. Some magical 2 out of 3 format, you have the loser. You guys have to reflip a coin, roll a dice to determine who goes first, second. Not in the ARG universe. The loser is prompted to decide who goes first or second. That's the way it's always been in our universe. I don't know where, the confines and the relentlessness of this comes from, but educating those players that go to these events that are finding out about them that, hey, this is the way things work, is actually a fucking challenge. Education is the biggest underlying problem in how to reach these people. I know Jim is working on constructing a sheet of rules that will be handed out to players so that they can read through them and familiarize themselves with, the format and things like that. I never thought there'd be a more harder group of people to reach for explaining what Swiss format is than to players like this, explaining that it's not double elimination. You actually play 6 rounds, you don't have to drop. It's a challenge, it really is. Having to construct what we appeared was the end of match procedures was actually a challenge too. Now, looking at the Konami side of things, I can understand how actually hard it is. No matter what you do, end of match procedures or not, people aren't going to be happy with the overall result, and that was something that we found. Me and Jonathan talking with a lot of the players, looking at the Bushiroad rules, looking at the old Yu-Gi-Oh end of match procedures. They were constructed in the best possible means to make the best call. And, we're still working on forming a judge network for ARG for Cardfight. I mean, this shit isn't going to build itself over fucking night. I mean, it's just the way it works, The struggle is very real in that regard. But, constructing an end of match procedure that is acceptable, for 40-minute rounds, to make sure players are aware of how things go. What slow play is very much a challenge. And players will watch the clock. They will stall the time. It's an inevitable part of, the community play. Like, people will stall for time. They will try to take advantage of those end of match procedures. So it's a double-edged sword by allowing players to become aware of the end of match procedures, but it's part of the educational process and things like that. And having helped write them, I understand why people can get angry, but you have to understand that it's not with the intent of doing so. It's with the intent that we have used other past games, and with, you know, players that actively play the game that are aware of how things work. You know, so, you know, once again, you can't make everybody happy with, you know, the things like that. Actually having worked together with Bushiroad on this, it's actually a much different feel as opposed to Konami, who's actually kind of against ARG. I don't know the whole backstory there, but Bushiroad's been very accepting. They've worked with us. You know, we've communicated with them in terms of many of things. They've given us additional price support for the ARG events. They are very happy with, you know, the help that we're doing for their game, because their game right now would be in a little bit more of a dark era than it actually would. So with ARG having, you know, stepped up, working together with Bushiroad and things like this, it's very good. It's definitely a right step in the right direction. Now, the same can be said that if ARG stepped away from this and their relationship went sour between Bushiroad and them, the game would be in danger again. I think the competitive scene right now for Cardfight Vanguard is definitely in a much better place than it has been in the past couple of years. And it's good that someone is willing to take the initiative to step up and help out the competitive scene of a card game. And I think that it's definitely a great step in the right direction, you know. I'm just helping out where need be to help direct the community, you know, give them an outlet and something like that to really, you know, give them a source to play on the off chance that they can't make it to the circuits, or they can't make it to the Bushiroad festivals, because they're so sporadically spread out. So, and it gives Bushiroad the chance to, you know, take away their Japanese mentality that they haven't adapted more towards the American model, which is really one of the hardest challenges that I've seen for Japanese companies, is convincing the Japanese branch to adapt to American mentalities. You know, they want results, and, you know, the only real way that you can give them results is trial and error. And unfortunately, you know, that trial and error has to come at the cost of another company trying to prove to them how to change the game, what the player base wants. The player base can infinitely say what they want, but until results and things like that can be delivered, it's not going to happen. So, you know, we can sit here and talk all we want about and wanting to improve the game, but unless general results and things like that can be had, then there's not much else that can really be done. So, having worked with Bushiroad and ARG, I can definitely say 100% of the way that it is a struggle trying to please your player base. But overall, I mean, once things go, they go. So guys, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think, and well, I'm out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please thumbs up this video to show your support. And please check out Vankohl40 for Cardfight Vanguard, mkohl Games for miscellaneous trading card games, and No Limit Gaming for a brand new series of Yu-Gi-Oh videos. Thanks for watching.